Hi learners, this video I'm going to do to start your week because I want you to be able to see what we're doing and what our focuses are for the week. I've put together here a brace map. I hope you remember that a brace map shows the parts of a whole. And here are the parts. Our whole is reading. And this week, we are going to be reading the story, The Ugly Vegetables. And through that story, we are going to be looking at some different skills. Our first skill is phonics. Phonics, boys and girls, are the breaking apart of words and reading them to make sense. Now, we have two separate skills that we're going to be talking about. The first one is the fizzle rule. That's where the letters are doubled, where we have double letters. And I call it the fizzle rule because for FSZL, those letters are going to be doubled when they come across a short vowel. For example, tell, to L. E is short. L is one of our fizzle rules. FSZL. I think of pop fizzling, fizzle. So if you have a short vowel and the letters F, S, Z, or L after that short vowel, you're going to double it. Now, again, there's always rule breakers, you know that. But for the most part, F, S, Z, and L will be doubled, and T, a lot of times T will too, when you have a short vowel. For example, buzz, buzz. U is short, so you double the Z. We are talking here about little words, aren't we? If you look at fluff, like marshmallow fluff, full, short U, F, U double. Shell, I found a shell at the beach. Short E, you double the L. Miss, I miss you. Short I, you hear s, that's part of our fizzle, so you're going to double. So that's our fizzle rule. CK is the same way. If you hear the k sound right after a short vowel, like in pick, sock, lock, trick, neck, it's more than likely going to be C and K together. Short vowels, followed by the k sound, it's going to be CK. So I call that my quack rule or my duck rule. Okay, short vowel, CK. All right, we also talk about vocabulary. Here are our target vocabulary. They all have to do with the ugly vegetable. So they're going to have a lot of words to do with like blooming. Um, so we will talk more about those in my vocabulary video. But those are your 8 target vocabulary, which those are important meaning words. Meaning words help you to better understand stories. And the more meaning words you learn, the better reader you become. Not only do we have target vocabulary, we also have a vocabulary strategy. This vocabulary strategy this week is homophones. Homophones are words that sound the same, but they are spelled differently. And they also mean different things. For example, read, the red collar, or you read a book. Flu, like you got sick, or flew like you flew in a plane. There's all kinds differently. Okay, so that's an important strategy. You also, important to reading is your comprehension. If you don't understand what you're reading, you're not a reader, are you? It's very important to know how to read words like your phonics that you're learning, but it's very important that you understand those words you're meaning and they make sense. This comprehension skill we're going to be doing is drawing conclusions. We have talked about this in the past. Authors don't have enough words to tell us absolutely everything. So we have to use what the author tells us, what we already know, to draw a conclusion. So we use the author in the book, we use ourselves to draw a conclusion. Boys and girls, we do this a lot when we do our character traits. We think about the words that the character says. We think about how the character acts to draw a conclusion about our characters. And the last thing that we're going to talk about is our grammar skill, which is proper nouns. Nouns that are special people, special places, holidays, and special things are all capitalized. Like if I say school, that's not a proper noun because we don't know what school we're talking about. But if I said Eastdale Elementary, I would capitalize East Dale Elementary and school because that is the whole name of our school. And all those important words need capitalized. And don't forget our holidays. Don't forget our months, January, February, March. All of those are capitalized, and our days of the week, Monday, Tuesday. All of those words are special words and need an uppercase. We do these all the time with our daily grammar, so I think you're going to do very well with that. So our focus skills is the FSZL rule, FSZL double after a short vowel, using CK at the end of a word when we have a short vowel in the middle. We have our target vocabulary. We're going to talk about homophones. Comprehension, we're going to practice drawing conclusions using what the author gives us, what we know. And proper nouns, using capital letters for special nouns. And then in our math, boys and girls, we are going to be doing, we know that you are in module 3. And in module 3, we are going to be doing lessons 4, 5, and 6. That's our whole. Our parts, these are the different parts. This is what you're going to be learning. This is counting patterns, and we do a lot of those, and you all are very good at that. That's when we need to get a benchmark number so that we can count faster, because it would take a long time to count by ones from 378 to 620, wouldn't it? But if we start at 378, add some ones to get to 10, bippity boppity boo poof. Now I can count by 10, 390. I add another 10, I get to 400. Kapow, I hit 100. And now I can count by hundreds, 500, 600. But to get from 600 to 620, we could do 21s, but that would take too long. So we're going to do a 10, 610, 620. So you're going to be doing those. Plus, you're also, math is so important because numbers are made up of digits. Like 10 is a 2-digit number. Here's a digit, here's a different digit. 126 is a number that's made up of 3 digits. 1's a digit, 2's a digit, 3's a digit. Each one of those has a different value. For example, if we look at 578 and we do a number bond, that's our whole, and we look at our parts, what are the parts of 578? Well, you have your hundreds, so that's 500. You have your tens, so that's 70, and that is 8, so that's your 8 ones. So 500s, 7 tens, 8 ones. This is unit form because we write how many units are in each. And this leads us to expanded form when you tell what each digit is worth. So this number bond, we are also going to break down and learn about expanded form. Here's your unit form right here, where they say there's 4 hundreds, there are 3 tens, and there are 2 ones. That's unit form. Now we go into expanded form, where we say 4 hundreds is worth 400. 3 tens is worth 30. 2 ones are worth 2. That's expanded form. Now it equals 432, and we call that standard form. That's the way you usually see your numbers, where you just write the digit to stand in for each place value. So those are the 3 things you're going to be concentrating on in math. I will also be meeting with you, and we'll be talking about these different parts of our brace maths for reading and math. If you have any questions, have mom or someone reach out to me and I will gladly help. But happy reading, and I hope this helps, and I hope that you can stay focused on our skills this week. Happy reading.